Hey Facebook friends, it's Donna. I'm here for the first of my 5-part series all about creating space, expanding time, and taking back control of your day. And this is a topic that's really close to my heart because as a mom of 2 young boys and as a business owner, I feel like I've been working on my time management for the last 4 or 5 years. And I always felt like I didn't have enough time and I was never creating time or making time for myself for anything that I wanted to do, but that was just purely for fun or for pleasure. And I feel like I've finally come to a place where I really do feel like I'm in charge of my time. I do spend time on the things that I really want, and I feel like I have that control over my life, and it was not always the way. So I'm going to be sharing in the next 5 weeks really practical tools and strategies for you to start to feel like you also have, you also can take charge of your own time and your life and take control of your day. So the turning point for me came when several years ago I was trying to do it all as a mom, trying to put 3 meals on the table every day and take care of my kids, keep the house clean, drive my kids around, and squeeze in between all that time to spend on my business, on teaching yoga, on developing a yoga health coaching business. And I was really burning myself out. I was totally reliant on caffeine in the morning, a couple cups of coffee, and then a bar of chocolate throughout the day, and then a couple of glasses of wine at the end of the day because I deserved it for being so, being so busy and working so hard. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't satisfied. I felt like I was living a life that was not my own. I felt like there's got to be more than this. I felt like it was also, I put a lot of blame on my kids and my circumstances and felt like I just wasn't in charge of my own life. And I was over it. I was done. So I started just slowly implementing different self-care habits and routines in the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. I started managing my calendar better. I started planning. I started just taking control of my schedule. And slowly over time, I have been able to really make that shift. So I want to talk about the importance of creating space in your life. And this is empty space. This is space where you're not doing. This is space where you can just be and where you can go inward. Because in our culture, we're going out. Our energy is always moving out. We're very extroverted in our society, and all that energy out, if it's not balanced by energy going back in, we will get fatigued. We will go to adrenal exhaustion, and our hormones will get all messed up, and our health will definitely suffer. And not only our health, but if you are someone that's creative and does creative work, you're not creative when you're busy. Like you can't, when your mind's always running, if you're always thinking about something, you basically kibosh any great ideas from coming up in your mind. And that's something I've really found because my work really relies, like as a yoga teacher, I want to find ways to really inspire my students and new ideas for classes. And I found when I'm really busy, I have no ideas, I'm blank. So I found when I just take time to create space for nothing, and this is when I don't listen to anything, where I really have like open space. I'm under scheduling myself for a change as opposed to over scheduling myself and then feeling like I can't get it all done. I get these great insights and great ideas pop up, and I can be more present for the people around me, and I feel more connected to myself and to my work. So it's really essential that we do create space. So maybe that is being okay with not trying to do so much and carving out little pockets of time. Maybe that's just to have a bath or to take a walk in nature or to meditate for a few minutes a day or to just sit on the couch and do nothing. Give yourself permission because we need that. We need that for our creativity. We need it for our intuition. We need it to access like greater insights and we need it so that we can be in connection with each other. So something that I found that was really bothering me was that I was always being in that really overly busy state. I was not connecting to the people I was talking to. My mind was somewhere else. I was thinking about something else because my mind was just so stuffed and full of everything that I needed to get done that I couldn't just stop and just really listen. So that's what happens. We lose connection to joy. We lose connection to ourselves. And most importantly, we lose connection to other people when we have too much going on, when our lives are just too packed to the gills. So if you feel overwhelmed with the busyness of your life, if you feel like you can't get on top of everything, and if you feel like you're not creating time for the things that really matter most, and time for self-care, and time to just be and draw inward, then stay tuned. Next week I'll be talking about how to make better decisions. And it really comes down to the choices we make on a moment-to-moment basis. So we're either reactive and we make the wrong decisions, and then we keep perpetuating the same negative patterns and we don't feel like we're getting anywhere in our lives, or we can learn to be really mindful and make the right choices. And there's a really simple strategy that I'll be sharing with you next week. And also I just wanted to share, and I'm going to post it afterwards because I don't know how to do it right now. I'm going to post a free webinar that I have called From Stress to Ease that really is outlining the 5 habits that made the biggest difference for me as far as making that shift from feeling like I was always stressed out, overly busy, overwhelmed, to really feeling like that I was in the driver's seat. So check that out and stay tuned for next week's on Friday at 1 p.m. and I'll be giving my second tip. So create space. That's the key.